you! I'll fucking kill him right now!
I want to talk!
You kill him! You kill yourself, you motherfucker! Give me back my son!
Hello!
He's the blue-eyed devil with a lethal grin. He went from a low-budget Aussie drifter to the biggest movie star on the planet, then pivoted to become an Oscar-winning director. But before the controversies and the comebacks, which role lit the fuse on the dynamite? Welcome back to Swain Movie Minute, where we chew bubblegum and break down careers, and we're all out of bubblegum. Today we're locking and loading on Mel Gibson. Love him or hate him, you cannot deny the man's intensity. He defined the modern action hero and then rewrote the history books. Let's dissect the top 10 movies that forged the legend. Coming in at number 10. Gallipoli, 1981.
Come on, Frank, you gotta be in it. No, thanks. You blokes all want to go and get yourself shot.
Before he was a weapon, he was a runner. Gibson plays Frank Dunn, a cynical sprinter caught up in the tragedy of World War I. Directed by the great Peter Weir, this isn't an action flick, it's a gut punch.
When did you run your last race?
Fremantle about 6 months ago.
Yeah, I know you, the stand-up star.
This fueled the rise because it proved Mel wasn't just a pretty face in a leather jacket. He held the screen with a raw, youthful vulnerability. The final freeze frame is one of the most iconic shots in Australian cinema history. It showed the critics that this kid had serious dramatic chops. He could break your heart just as easily as he could break a nose. Next up at number 9, Mad Max, 1979. The movie cost about as much as a used sedan and looked like $1 million. Gibson plays Max Rokitansky, a cop pushed to the edge of sanity on the dystopian highways. This is the origin story. It fueled the rise because it introduced the Gibson stare. He barely speaks. He doesn't have to. He let the car and the charisma do the work. It became a global cult phenomenon and put Australian cinema on the map. He was paid peanuts for this role, but it bought him a ticket to Hollywood. Talk about a return on investment. Moving on to number 8, The Year of Living Dangerously, 1982. Teaming up with Peter Weir again, Gibson plays a journalist in Indonesia during a coup. He's starring opposite Sigourney Weaver, and the chemistry, it's enough to melt the film stock.
Right, Hamilton. I'll give you a race.
A race?
Well, you Australians are supposed to be able to swim.
This role was crucial. It fueled the rise by establishing him as a legitimate romantic lead. He wasn't just the action guy anymore, he was the guy women wanted to be with and men wanted to be. He looked good in a sweaty shirt, sure, but he also brought intelligence to the role. It was the bridge between Aussie actor and international heartthrob. Buckle up for number 7, Maverick, 1994.
Almost got hung myself once. Didn't care for it much.
You think Mel is all doom and gloom? Think again. In this Western comedy, he plays Brett Maverick, a card shark trying to enter a high-stakes poker game.
If I can't touch you, I can touch your shirt and dream.
This fueled the rise because it showcased his comedic timing. He's charming, he's goofy, and he's having a blast alongside Jodie Foster. It proved he could carry a lighter, 4-quadrant blockbuster without needing to blow something up every 5 minutes.
My name is Annabelle Ransom. What do they call you?
I'm Brett Maverick, man, and I'm pleased to meet you.
Plus the cameo with Danny Glover, a perfect nod to the fans. It showed he didn't take himself too seriously, which only made us like him more. Sliding in at number 6, Ransom, 1996.
You kill him! You kill yourself, you motherfucker! Give me back my son!
Hello!
You want him? Yes!
Give me back my son. If you didn't just scream that in your head, you haven't seen this movie. Gibson plays a wealthy airline owner whose son is kidnapped, and instead of paying, he puts a bounty on the kidnapper's head.
$2 million in unmarked bills just like you wanted. But this is as close as you'll ever get.
This fueled the rise by turning the victim-father trope on its head. Gibson is intense, scary, and morally grey. It was a massive box office hit that proved his name alone could open a thriller to the tune of $300 million. He brought a manic energy to the role that made you wonder if he was crazier than the bad guys. Spoiler, he was. We are halfway through the Gibson gauntlet, but before we hit the wasteland, I need you to do me a solid. Smash that like button like you're dislocating a shoulder. Subscribe to the channel so you never miss a breakdown. We are building an army of film fanatics, and I want you on the front lines. Done? Let's drive. Coming in at number 5, The Road Warrior, Mad Max 2, 1981.
Warrior. The man we called Max. To understand who he...
Mad Max started the fire. The Road Warrior was the nuclear explosion. This is the movie that defined the post-apocalyptic aesthetic for the next 40 years. It fueled the rise because it transformed Gibson from an actor into an icon. The leather armor, the sawed-off shotgun, the desperate silence. He became the man with no name for the petrol generation. It broke into the US market in a way the first one didn't, making him a household name in America. It's pure kinetic cinema, and Mel is the engine that powers the whole machine. Next up at number 4, Signs, 2002.
Your eyes are so big and gorgeous. All the ladies in the room just gasp.
M. Night Shyamalan, crop circles, and a priest who has lost his faith. Gibson plays Graham Hess in this sci-fi thriller that is really a chamber drama in disguise. This fueled the rise by showing his late career box office dominance. The movie made over $400 million. Gibson stripped away the vanity here. He played a broken man trying to protect his family with a baseball bat and some glasses of water. It proved that even without a gun in his hand, he could keep you glued to the screen. He grounded a movie about aliens in raw human emotion. Getting dangerous at number 3, The Patriot, 2000. Roland Emmerich decided to make a movie about the American Revolution, and he cast an Australian to lead it. And guess what? It worked. Gibson plays Benjamin Martin, a reluctant soldier who goes tomahawk mode when the British mess with his family. This fueled the rise by cementing him as the ultimate historical warrior. It's Braveheart with muskets. The physical commitment here is insane. He carries the emotional weight of the film while simultaneously butchering redcoats in a swamp. It's a popcorn blockbuster with a mean streak, and it solidified his status as the king of the summer movie. Just missing the top spot at number 2, Lethal Weapon, 1987. This is the one that changed the game. Martin Riggs, the mullet, the suicidal tendency, the hollow point bullet. Gibson teamed up with Danny Glover and writer Shane Black to invent the modern buddy cop movie. This fueled the rise because it unleashed the crazy Mel persona. Before this, he was stoic. Here, he was a live wire. His performance is electric, funny, and genuinely dangerous. You believed this guy might actually jump off the building. It spawned 3 sequels and made him one of the highest paid actors in history. He wasn't just a star anymore, he was a franchise. And finally, the freedom cry heard round the world. Number 1, Braveheart, 1995. This isn't just a movie, it's a cultural event. Gibson directed, produced, and starred as William Wallace, the Scottish rebel who took on the English Empire. Why is this number 1? Because it represents the absolute peak of his powers. He took a 3-hour historical epic with no major American stars besides himself and turned it into a Best Picture winner. He won Best Director. He managed thousands of extras, brutal battle scenes, and a complex political plot, all while delivering a career-best performance in a kilt. It fueled the legend by transitioning him from action star to auteur. The freedom speech is etched into cinema history. It showed ambition, grit, and a refusal to compromise on the violence or the emotion.
Is that a yes?
That's a yes.
Braveheart proved that Mel Gibson wasn't just looking for a paycheck, he was looking for immortality. And with this film, he found it. That's the list. From the Australian outback to the Scottish Highlands, Mel Gibson conquered it all. Did I miss Payback? Are you mad I left out What Women Want? Let me know in the comments. If you enjoyed this breakdown, hit that like button, share it with your clan, and subscribe to Swain Movie Minute. We're just getting warmed up. I'm Swain, and I'll see you in the next one. Freedom